what we're learning today is stuff that's 7th grade. Our last chapter is area and volume. And I got good news. I don't need you to memorize these formulas. I'm going to give them to you on the test, right? Yeah, because why? Who needs to know the area of a trapezoid? No one. But I need you to know how to use it, right? How to use the formula. So today we're going to head back to stuff that you actually saw in 7th grade. So Zara's going to watch me right here. If you look at your notes, you have a ton of problems. We're not doing a ton. I'm just going to show you how to kind of set them up and to tell you a couple things to watch for. And then if you're going to Algebra 2 Trig, which a lot of you are, we're going to hit 2 problems on the back, and then we're going to call it a day. But here we go. So first thing is, here they are. These are the formulas. I want you to kind of keep this homework somewhere nearby because you can use this on your quiz. You can use this on a test. I don't need you to memorize these. I look them up. Like I said, I look up area of a trapezoid every time I teach it because I have never in my life had to find the area of a trapezoid. But I need to talk to you about a couple things you need to be careful of. I need you to watch out for this and somewhere write this on your paper wherever you can squeeze it on. H is spit. I know. Here's what I mean by that. That if you are standing on a cliff and you apparently are a freshman or sophomore boy, you will be compelled to spit off the edge of the cliff or off the edge of a building. I know you guys. And here's what spit does. Spit goes straight down, right? There's no wind or anything in this example. It goes straight down. So we need to make certain when we're doing height, we want the spit height. We want the height that goes straight down. And the way we know it's going to go straight down is it will always make a right angle because sometimes we're going to have situations that are weird looking. So sometimes when you spit on this one, let me go ahead and draw this. You might be on a cliff, but it's kind of a weird slopey cliff. And you do this and you spit and it's awkward. It's just going to like land on your foot, right? It's just like you just spit like on your shoe. That's weird. It's not going to go unless you do a lot and it dribbles down, but it just kind of goes straight down. It doesn't go out. And if you're on a cliff that looks like this and it's like overlooking the ocean, look at this, and you want to spit on a whale, right? Like if the whale's over here, look, I'm going to draw a whale. Ooh, there he is. Okay, that's a fish. I'll give him a spout. There he goes. See, this is why I'm a math teacher, because I could have been an art teacher. If you spit, you're not going to hit the whale. You're going to, it looks like he's peeing now. Oh God, I'm taping that. That it's going to go straight down and miss the whale, right? So my point is this, we're always looking for the perpendicular line. It makes the right angle. Because I'm going to give you a bunch tonight, and I'm going to give you a lot of choices, and you got to pick the right spit height. So we're looking for spit height, right? So we're going to go really fast. You got your calculators ready. It is light work today. I got this. So here we go. First thing you got to do is you got to look up the formula. You got to look at the shape, and you got to look on your paper and think, ooh, that is base times height. Base times height. And you need to know what the base is, 8.5. And you need to know what the height is, 8.5. And it's the spit height. Look, it makes a right angle. And you just multiply it. It is that easy. Yes, you may. Thank you for asking. Now it's going to get a little weirder. Let's come over to the next dude. I'm not even going to get an answer for that. You could if you want. Look at the next one. I got my base is 12.9, but I got a bunch of numbers on the side. I got 9.5 and 7.1. Which one do I use? 7.1. 7.1 because it's a spit height, right? If you're spitting, if you're right here and you're spitting, it's going to go straight down, straight down. So my base is there. My height is here. Do I need to do this problem with you right now? I don't. Yes. We are solving for the area. So the area, let me go ahead and get you the actual answer. The area of this guy is, here's what it's going to be. And I'm kind of glad you're asking this because I want to be careful here because we're smart. 12.9 times 7.1 is 91.6. Here's what I need you to do though. We're not babies. We put units and it's inches squared because think about carpeting. Carpeting comes in little squares. That's when you were a little kid in preschool and you sat in a carpet square. That's why, because carpeting comes in squares. And so we're going to say inches squared. Are we cool with that? I'm not going to do this last one. Just be careful when you do it. Use the right spit height. Don't use this. Use that guy. Even though he's outside. Spit height is the straight up and down. Okay, let's go a little trickier. Let's do this one. Look up at your formula. Figure out your formula. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't like the formula for a triangle. Here's what they give. 1/2 base times height. And you know what? I'm too lazy to do it that way. I do it like this. Base times height. And then I divide by 2 at the end. I'm not doing that 0.5 business. Ugh, who wants a decimal? Not me. So here we go. My base is 15. My height is 21.3. Is it all on my calculator? It is. It's that easy. 15 times 21.3. Enter. And then I hit divide by 2. And I get this number 159.75. And I'm going to say meters squared. Area is in meters squared. Not going to do the next one. I'm just going to tell you, even though he's weird looking, this is my base. This is my height. It's the perpendicular with the base. Does that make sense? Now, we're moving on to the last problem. I need you to do something for me before we start. First thing I want you to do, scribble out this 2. It just bugs me. I don't like it. Just scribble them out. We're going to do that problem right here. And the problem is this. They didn't give me the spit height. You need to start with your neighbors by finding that spit height. Guess what? Oh, we could use something else, or we could use Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Do it together. Work together. There's A squared. There's B squared. That's C squared. So can you guys tell me what that H is? Do that first for me, Lambs.
I don't know. I was working these rocks, but I didn't go for it.
What's 18 times 18?
324.
And I'm going to minus 49. Did you get 275, which is way too big? I got to square root it. Square root 275. Square root. Square root 275. I'm going to round that to 16.6. Are we okay? So here I'm going to go. I'm going to do it. 16.6 times 7 divided by 2. Here's what I got for my answer. You ready? Big answer. About, I think I heard you say it. Aries, did you say about 58? Yeah. You are fired. That's what I got. I got my height. I times by 7.
Oh.
Divided by 2.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to do 2 more problems, and then I'm shutting up. If you are just going to Algebra 2, that's about all you need to be able to do. But we're not going to do this one. Just be careful when you do this one. It is a trapezoid. Don't use this height. Don't use this. Don't use this. Use that, right? Easy. So we're going to do one that's a little tricky. So here we go. I need everyone to look at this. It's on the back of your paper. Now, the first thing I want to tell you is this. Ew, I don't like him like that. That's confusing to me. I like my bases to be one on top of the other. So could you do me a favor? Can you turn your paper, right? And here's what I mean by that. I want you to take your paper and I want you to turn it so it looks like that. Could you do that for me? That's going to go here. That's going to go here. That's going to go here. I think that's a lot easier to see because here's my base 1. It's on the top. And here's my base 2. It's on the bottom. But my problem is this. I don't have the spit height. I have this big height. I don't have the spit height. So we're going to do something really weird. I'm going to take this line and I'm sliding it over. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to make the guy stand right here and spit right here. So here's what I want to know. If this is 6, I have made this guy down here 6. But if I told you, sorry, my drawing's crappy, that whole thing is 12, how much is that little piece right there? 6. Are you cool with that? So guess what? A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Are you cool with that? Can you try it with your neighbors? It's a nice answer. So sometimes if they don't give you the spit height, you got to slide that line over. You can do that because you guys are smart. 8, beautiful. So here's our little formula. If you look it up, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Base 1 plus base 2 times the height divided by 2. Nice and easy. I'm going to do the math there. And then we got one last problem, and then I'm shutting up. Yay for me, and you got plenty of time to finish your homework. And yay, and for my couple people who are finishing the tests, you'll get your tests back as soon as they're done. So you'll get them back on Thursday. I'm almost done grading them. They've been going really well. People have been doing well. I got 72.
Wait, why'd you do 6 plus 12?
Oh, because the formula for a trapezoid, look on your paper, the other side.
Oh, okay.
Base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2. Does that make sense? Yeah. Do you need to memorize that? You do not. Just got to have your little formulas. Yeah? Okay, last thing. You guys have been so good, and I know it's been a long day back. Can we go backwards? And this is for my Algebra 2 trig kids. If you're in Algebra 2, you can be like, Miss T, I don't want to do that one. And my answer is good for you. So here we go. I don't want it like that one. The question is, could I go backwards? So get your little pencils out because this one is for you guys. You can do this. So we're talking about a trapezoid. So the first thing I would like you to do is on your little paper right here, write the formula for a trapezoid, the actual formula. Look it up on the front and write it down. I will do it like you do it. Base 1 plus base 2 times h. I do it like this because it makes me happier. I don't like the 1/2 equals area. How did I look? Do I look okay? Here's what. We're just going to plug stuff in and work backwards. It's super, super easy, but it looks super scary. So here's the first number they give us. 23 and 29 are the bases. So could you pop those out and put in 29 and 23? 23, that's this guy. 29, that's this guy. It also gives us the answer. The whole thing is 390. And I am looking for this guy. You know what I'm going to call him? X. So the first thing I want you to do with your neighbors, could you put those two numbers together for me? Little calculator action. 52 x over 2 equals 390. Hey, could you divide 52 by 2? Did you get 13? No, 26. How about 26x equals 390? Could you finish that really easily? Do you see what I did? I put those together. I divided by 2. Are we cool?
Did we get 15? Yes, we did. I think we did it. 15.
Which one is 15? Oh, 15 for the answer? Yeah. Is that it? Are we good? Everybody good? Okay, that's it. I'm done. You guys are great. Goodbye, people. I'm sorry I talked about skinny and peeing. You may